Hello, in this programming video we are going to take a look at adding a radio button to our Python application. So the first thing we want to do is do var equals int var, because on each radio button that we have, the variable that we're going to assign to it is just going to be a number. If you wanted a string value, just change this, but we're just keeping it simple. And what we're going to do is if you click a particular radio button, it will trigger a method that we're going to create that will override the label that we'll be creating as well, and it will say you've clicked essentially this particular radio button, so 1, 2, 3 or 4, and do it like so. Now for the radio item, so let's do radio 1 equals radio button window text equals option 1. So radio button, the difference between that and a checkbox is only one radio button can be selected at a time. So it's like a if all sort of scenario, whereas with a checkbox you can select multiple. I'll call this option 1 and do variable equals var value equals 1, command equals select. So this command is what we're actually going to be implementing, which we haven't implemented yet, and we will be implementing it very soon. So what we're going to do now is radio 1.pack, and we're going to specify an anchor equals w. So w, it should be capitalized. W is west, so it's west or east, and the reason why anchoring is because when we click on it, a label will be overridden, text will be put inside of it, but that will actually make the window wider. And if we don't anchor the radio button, what happens is they'll just be in the center of the window. You might want that. If you do, then just get rid of that. If you don't, then anchor it. And this way they're always on the left. But if you always want them, on the east, so the right hand side, put E instead. So what I'm gonna do, because I'll make this full screen for now, because I'm just going to keep it simple and have 4 radio buttons that are basically the same, just a slight difference. I'm going to have, this says 2, 2, sorry, this should be 3, 3, 4, 4. This should be, so this is what's displayed next to it. So that provides the user information with what they're clicking. Value should be generally different. You could have the same, but they should be different. Now what we're going to do is label equals label window label.pack. Finally, we need to actually implement this select method. So after, we can do it before the window because we don't need to access the window. So we do def select, and all we're going to do is create a selection, and this will just be a string called awesome option, and we'll concatenate the variable, so this right here, so var dot get, and so what we're doing is when it gets clicked, it will be put into here, and from here we can access that. And we need to convert it to a string to concatenate it. Now do label dot config, and in the config we are just setting the text. Save that, and now let's run it. Hopefully no errors, no errors. If I click this one, as you can see, it says also an option 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let me just demonstrate this. So if I were to put E for this one, by default, it looks the same. If I click it, as you can see, this one's been anchored to the right now, aka the east. But obviously, the functionality is still the same. So that's it for a radio button selection widget. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Along with this video, like every other widget tutorial, there will be a link that will provide all of the different functions and functionality that you can use to further enhance your widget. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out and I'll assist you. If not, I'll see you in the next awesome video.